KTOE. Yeah, I know. When you hear Pure Gold by Umi, you're thinking to yourself, what? And what we're talking about is, of course, we've got none other than the head coach, Sam Graybo of the Bethany Lutheran College Vikings esports team. And this is the music they come into. This is when the stadium is howling. You got to see it. The lights are, it's like disco lights flashing. It's amazing to see this production you all put on, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Not yet.
Not yet. Okay,
not yet. That is the dream.
That is the dream. I do love the idea of this whole WWF, your guys coming in, just coming down and getting in the ring and going crazy.
That's how the pros do it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We got to get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
All right, good. You were with the esports teams for folks as we continue to do this, try to grow this, let people know what it is. Esports is playing video games for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Kids today. I say that, I get hard not to have a smile on my face. People are making a living playing video games.
I mean, yeah, the top people that stream online make $2-3 million a month. Like the top guys.
That just hurts so bad that they're making that kind of money.
That's
working for a living.
Online personalities and skilled at video games.
Love it. So we actually, one of the first teams, well, I presume even in the state.
We are the first collegiate team in Minnesota. Okay. The only other team is Concordia St. Paul.
Okay, so the games that you play professionally or in league are what? League of Nations or something?
Our big game is called League of Legends.
Okay.
Other games we play are Overwatch, Rocket League, Hearthstone, and Super Smash Brothers.
No Super Mario Brothers or nothing like that.
Super Smash Brothers is close. Mario's in it. Super Mario is.
All right. Well, that's good to know. I didn't know anything about it.
Yep.
But those are the games you play. Kids that are interested in such things can follow your squad? I mean, are they able to dive in and watch, or do they got to come up to the auditorium?
No, yeah. We stream nearly all of our games. We're in the playoffs here for League of Legends, which starts tomorrow. And you can find us online at Twitch TV/Bethany Esports, and you can watch our games. We start at noon tomorrow. And we have two best of threes we're playing. So
okay, so you got 2 matches, best of 3.
Yes. Okay, so a potential of up to 6 games.
What will I see if I tune in tomorrow at noon?
Tomorrow at noon, you will see our guys playing League of Legends against another team in the nation, Juanita University, the Golden Eagles. And
oh, we hate the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, we do. We haven't played them yet, but we've been scouting. That's what the guys are doing back at the studio right now.
Another reason they didn't show up again. This is like 3rd week in a row. I don't know why. I treated those kids well when they came in here. I could have made a lot more fun of them, and I didn't.
You could have.
They've never come back.
Yes, we'll get them back. I was out of the office today anyway. I came in special just to see you.
And I appreciate that. What do you got going on?
I am working, I'm part of the audio-video crew. I'm a cameraman for the event down at the Grand Hall at the Civic Center tonight, the MRCI fundraiser.
Oh, that's at Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
That's supposed to be hilarious.
Yeah, I think the last I heard yesterday there was about 800 tickets sold.
Wow.
So it'll be a bumping show, but we've got, we hung a bunch of fancy moving lights. We got 5 or 6 cameras.
From the team, didn't you? That's the stuff you use for the team, the lights and the note. Is this your team stuff?
No, it's not.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
No.
Don't take it away from the team.
Bigger scale, but that's where I came from.
So that's going on tomorrow night. Tonight. Well, you're gonna have a big night before the big game.
Mm-hmm.
Will you be at your best then by tomorrow to be ready to do this at noon?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
I mean, it'll be an early night, probably midnight.
But what do I see? You say I get to see the 2 play. Do I when I turn it on?
Mm-hmm.
How do I put this? How will I know the Bethany team is this or the home team's in blue? And how do I know who's who?
Yep. So BLC, Bethany Lutheran College, will appear before our name. So you'll see BLC and then space and then the player's name or their in-game name.
And so in game, they're taking 5 guys are going off, 5 guys on the other team. And am I able to see?
You can. So in the game, when you spectate, you get we call it the God view. You can see both teams, and you can see. You can see all of the map. So whereas our guys can only see a very, very small portion, you can kind of see plays and the whole play of the game develop.
Will I be able to follow along on the team's twittering back and forth? I think that's probably the wrong word. When they
the in-game chat?
Yeah, will I be able to hear that? Will I get to see any of that? Or is this a silent just watching?
This one will be silent. When we do bigger things and we have replays, we throw in their audio comm. So when they're...
Replays? What?
Oh, yeah. I'm being serious.
Middle of the game where the people are playing.
Yeah,
let's see that again.
If there's a big play, yeah, we for our bigger matches we throw in replays and.
Okay, then who's the kid? Okay, so you got 5 guys playing. They're not taking time out of the game to put the replay on.
No.
So I presume one of the other team members that play one of the other games are watching when they see something big, they replay it? Is that how that works?
No, we have a couple. The video feed is just like kind of similar to sports. So we actually have a little video crew. I've got a couple interns that work under me that really have a passion for this.
Really?
And they're the guys who throw up the stream, make everything's online working. We can do the in-game graphics, the replays, all sorts of things.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Do they do a little play-by-play / during in between matches, kind of fill us in? Really?
Oh, yeah. Yep. So that'll be, unfortunately, we're not doing that tomorrow. A few of us are pretty busy. You'll still see the stream, and we'll have, stats and stuff up after the games. But as for color and play-by-play, we won't have that tomorrow. We're a little stretched thin with some other events. But
I'm very excited, first, about the thing tonight. We can talk a little bit about that after this. But
totally.
Also, my family and I, they don't even know that if they're listening, which they probably aren't. We're coming up for the Gusties playing somebody girls basketball game. We know somebody on the girls team, so we're coming up. Mm-hmm. So I'm suggesting the family we leave a couple hours early so we can sit down and watch a match.
Totally.
Okay, well, when we get back, I wanted you to tell me where we would go and how we get in and what's it cost to view said thing. Let's do that when we get back.
Totally.
All right, once again, when you hear the music, Umi playing Pure Gold. What a theme song. You know we've got esports in. It's 3:16 at KTOE. It's Al in the afternoon, sitting in with none other than Seth Gravo, the coach of the esports teams. When we want to know, we go right to the top. We'll be back after this at KTOE. KTOE, Umi, Pure Gold. Seth Gravo, coach of the esports team, and Al Travis, Al in the afternoon. We thank you for joining us. What are we doing here? We're talking esports. Tomorrow, big match, huge match, 2 matches actually.
Yep.
Those boys in shape for that sort of thing? That could be up to 6 games in a day.
Yeah, that's quite taxing, to be honest. You joke.
Because my kids, whether they're not doing professionally, can play those video games all stupid day long. I have to make them stop. So, I don't consider them in completely great shape or anything, but they seem to manage okay.
Understood.
Okay, but this isn't a high intensity like you guys are at. 2 out of 3. So if it's a guy like me bringing his family up, says let's wing in there. I want to see this thing firsthand. Mm-hmm. How does one do that? Where does he get his tickets? What do we got to do?
Currently, we don't have quite our viewing area set up on campus. That is what I'm working on.
So now I'm going to bring the wife. We're going to stand in the corner. Is that what you're saying? Really?
No.
Really?
You could.
I saw these kids sitting. Full reclining leather seats, surround sound around them, and I'm going to stand and watch that? Really?
No. I'll make a special exception for you.
Easy. Isn't that the idea, though, that it's a surround sound room? Is that what you've got with TVs?
They have fancy surround sound headsets that it's all.
This is what I'm envisioning, so tell me how wrong I am.
Okay.
Have you ever gone to one of them IMAX 360s and the TVs all the way around you, the whole and the speakers and the thing? Is that what this is like?
No, it's not quite.
Oh, it's too bad because that'd be cool.
It would be really cool. That'd be really, really cool.
So we just need a good sponsor. Come on, sponsors. Come on, tech guys. Come on. Where's Big Blue here?
Yeah, exactly. So what you can envision is basically just guys sitting we've got a line of 5 computers in a row. Either side, they're just normal computers. They've got fancy little headsets with microphones built in, and then fancy mice and keyboard that are mechanical.
These aren't even like Xbox 360s. These are just regular computers.
That's regular old computer like you have in your office.
Well, then how do I watch it if I'm in? It would be better watch on TV or
online.
Online.
Yeah. For right now, yes. But I am currently finishing up building a whole room that is like a movie theater to watch.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, well, then I'm going to hold the family off. I don't want to
hold the family off for a little bit. But if you want to check out the room,
okay, fair enough. But that's what I was envisioning. That IMAX 360, where you could look at it, you're in depth, you're in it.
Not quite.
Any of this do any of that VR stuff?
Great point of bringing that up. So Bethany,
sometimes it happens here. I just talk until I hit something.
You hit something very good up, nail on the head. So one of Bethany's new professors, his name is Dr. Brian Klebig. He is a VR specialist. He is a PhD in virtual reality.
Oh, they made that up. You can't study 8 years on virtual reality.
He definitely did.
Now.
He
really?
definitely, yes. He was like a leading researcher in the whole
Okay, so you're going to have to bring him next time if you can, because here's the thing.
I will definitely try.
Just watched a video on this today.
Okay.
They had 2 soccer teams play soccer in the VR world. Put a ball on the ground.
Yep.
And they are seeing themselves as from the top.
From the top down.
View.
Yep.
It was horrid. They couldn't kick the ball. They didn't know where the ball was. It was unbelievable. So don't tell me there's a guy who got a PhD in that.
He does.
Really?
I'm not joking.
So are we ever going to play a game when we're in the VR?
The thing is to have spectators view in VR.
Oh, see, that'd be...
So then, like, you're
awesome.
on the field with the players. In the arena, in the battle arena. So
when does this start? I'll pay money to that. I'll be
I
paying
mean,
tickets to get in.
we're working on stuff like that, but I don't know how far that out is. I haven't the slightest clue.
Ask the doctor. He's the only guy in the world with a PhD in VR.
I'm sure he's not the only one in the world.
Well, someone gave him his degree, but that's the two of them. They gave each other their degree.
I can't speak for him.
Study that?
He went. I think Michigan State, I believe, was his school.
Okay.
You got real quiet.
Well,
then.
I'm thinking Michigan State Online University or something.
No, he was
Really?
on campus. Yeah.
All right, good for him.
Yep.
I would love to have him come in. We'll talk about it because I did watch
Totally.
that video and I was like, "You're kidding me? That's all the farther we've got with this stuff."
It's very taxing on computers. I know a little bit of history of VR. When we first got into it, people would get so motion sick, and where they were like, were people just not used to it? Like, is it a whole thing? Well, the thing they figured out is that your brain or your eyes can still see your nose, but your brain crops it out. And so when there was nothing to focus on, because you can't see your nose with the thing over it, so they put in a
nose in there.
little thing to see, and it gave a point of reference.
Yeah.
Right? So
that's where the first doctor of VRing figured something out. And he became a
someone
doctor.
figured that out. I'm
He
not
probably
sure.
had it named after him, Dr. John's nose piece thing that he came up with. Hey, it's a new era. I mean, this is
true.
a new thing. You get to name stuff after if you invented it.
That is very true.
And if it's just putting in a fake nose on it, okay, fine. Good for you. You're the doctor that came up with it. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You guys got to make a living. I don't
Yeah,
care.
someone does.
You're just a little. I see a little jealousy in you, a little green.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You wish you would have went VR for school.
Something like that.
'Cause that's cutting edge stuff. It isn't there yet. Like say, I saw that video, but that's where it's going.
Yeah.
And at some point, that would be way cool to be in the video game watching.
I mean, I know the NBA and NFL have definitely played with. I think they attempted last year the Super Bowl, and I don't know how well it went. There was a few select people that got to view the Super Bowl in VR at home.
Yeah.
Don't know how that happened, but I know they're definitely trying. I know the NBA has tried a couple games to do things in 360 or kind of the same thing.
Yeah, and I don't know this, but it's a huge thing. They tried that, and it was all whether, you can go to Al Bupka's cable that I've got, and that was not going to make VR work on the Super Bowl.
Right.
You had to be in a major metropolis that had the 5K and the 64 gigs.
I'm sure, yeah. I know, but I know a lot of that's the next big thing in sports is view it in VR, view it from any angle.
It's already 3:24. You haven't mentioned once how you did this last week in playing sports. You may not be a coach who cares much about his kids. It's all I worry about. And so far, we're 24 minutes in, and you've yet to even bring them up.
We've had good conversation on other things now.
We'll bring up that next. We've got the time. It's 3:24 at KTOE. KTOE, Al in the afternoon. In with me, we've got Seth Grabo, coach of the number one rank. Do we rank him at all?
We're number one seed in the playoffs.
There you go. Number one seeded esports team, the Vikings from Bethany Lutheran College. I thank you for being in. 45 degrees, gorgeous out. We're going to have a nice little week here, maybe melt us a little snow. We don't have a lot of time. How'd you guys do in the last week?
Last week we had our final conference game against University of Calgary. The T-Rexes, if you recall.
The T-Rexes, that's right. The little hand.
Yeah.
I don't know how they use the remote controls.
So
people can't see that.
No.
That's just for you people on this photo thing you're doing. What is
yeah,
that for?
the little vloggy
podcast.
the little vloggy podcast thing we do. But they were a preseason coaches poll. They were ranked number 2, and we cleaned them out 2-0, best of 3.
Really? Mm-hmm. How did it take a lot of time, or was it pretty
average game lengths?
All right.
About a half an hour piece.
So that's what seeds you number 1 then going into this big tourney?
Yep, we didn't drop a game in the entire conference regular season play. Now we start.
So what? I was 16-0. What is that?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow, I didn't even know that. That's fantastic. Congratulations to the guys.
Yeah,
guys
thank you.
It's a co-ed sport, correct?
Correct.
All right, so congratulations to the Vikings. Wow, undefeated is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to go to the quick news, sports, and weather. And since you chatted too much about other stuff the kids didn't care about, I'm going to have you stick around. We'll talk about this match that's coming up this weekend, which is huge. Two of them, actually. And then what else is going on at Bethany College? Good?
Totally.
All right, we've got them. Seth Grabo. I didn't know they were number 1 ranked. Didn't know they were undefeated. And I've had them on every week for like 4 weeks. So you tell me if I've asked the right questions. Probably not. We'll be back after this. News, sports, and weather. KTOE in Mankato, 1420 on your AM, 102.7 on the FM. KTOE, it's Al in the afternoon, sitting with Seth Graybo, of course, coach of the undefeated, #1 ranked esports teams, the Vikings, playing this weekend in the start of the tournament, right?
Correct.
So how many teams in said tourney?
64.
Oh, okay. So this is your March Madness, if you will. This is craziness. Yep. All right, so 2 teams, so you'll end up getting down to the 32, then you'll be Sweet 16.
Correct.
All right, so as a #1 seed, you take on the
Juanita Eagles, or
the
Golden
Juanita Eagles. We have no problem. We will wipe the board with the Juanita Eagles.
Hopefully no problem. That's the goal.
Okay, but you've studied them, Coach. You went and looked at the record. We're going to be okay with the Screaming Eagles, all right?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay, and then who would be in our bracket that we are concerned with as we go along? Are we looking okay this weekend? We can make the Sweet 16?
This weekend, we're feeling really, really confident. It gets tougher, obviously, as we go. I think our biggest competition on this half of the bracket is New York State University.
Oh. What are they?
They're also a #1. They'd be on the other
New
side.
York State.
I can't recall.
We'll look it up and we'll make fun of them next week. That's no problem. All right, so that's who we got to worry about on this side of the bracket. Who is the other team we are actually concerned with as we tramps on to the Elite Eight, the Final Four, to the national championship? Who are we looking at that we think we're going to run up against?
University of California, Irvine.
Oh, we hate.
They're always one of the top schools since they've been doing this collegiate esports for League of Legends the last. I think 4 years now.
Wasn't there some alleged doping with them guys?
Potentially. I don't recall.
I'm just starting the rumor. I'm just starting that rumor. It's got to start somewhere.
It's got to start somewhere.
Did
it'll
you hear
start
on the radio?
now.
They were doping in Oklahoma. See, this is how these
Southern
things
Minnesota.
get started.
Totally.
Just trying to help.
Yeah, I hear you. No, But so again, we play at noon. You can find us on twitch.tv/Bethany Esports. Okay. We'll be streaming that. And then as soon as our best of 3 is done and whoever we would play, their best of 3 is done, we just keep on going.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense in the bracket?
Yeah, I understand. So on the first day, you'll be playing somebody else is going to play somebody else over here. Winners will then match up.
Yep, as soon as on Saturday as well.
Okay, and is this all coordinated through somebody, or you're on the phone with somebody, literally on the phone saying we got another game to go, we're 20 minutes out?
Sort of, yeah. We've got a big group chat basically online. Is how that works. So
all right, and then as soon as it's like, don't tell me it's like basketball where a B squad gets done and the varsity has to come out and have 20 minutes of warm ups and shaking the hands and the name calling out, and then it's a 35-minute thing after the B squad's done. That's not what
it's not quite like that. No.
Not quite like that. What is it like? So the first game gets done.
There's warm-ups. We definitely play a warm-up or a warm-up game. I'm being very serious.
Shut up.
No.
You play warm-up esports?
Yeah, most definitely.
Stretch it.
You
shut up.
No,
really?
I'm being dead serious.
I'm actually stunned.
No, I'm being very serious. A lot of guys keep it a lot of guys also have hunting hand warmers. It's hunting season. We keep your hands. Al's got his head against the microphone right now. I'll call you out on air.
I'm sorry. They have a warm-up game and actual hand warmers to keep their
in between games. Yeah, their dexterity of their hands. You see, if you watch any professional game, they all have hand warmers, like the actual wrappers of the hand warmers. And in between games, if they ever cut, between the desk and, just show some B-roll of the guys in between games, all 10 of them have hand warmers, both 5 on each team.
I'm so sad to know that. Okay, that really makes me sad. So what we have to come up with, because this is just my marketing guy, we need esports gloves. We need to come up with them. They need to have that little stickiness, but still work on the phone thing. Because you can buy gloves that say they work on your phone, but they don't.
Yep.
So we got to come up with that material.
Okay.
That's something to keep the kids' dexterity/warmth in their hands. We need to come up with that.
Yeah, let's get on it.
We're selling that. I'm serious.
We're getting on. We should get on that. I know they've got
4 different types of golf gloves.
Well, you see, in basketball, they have got the compression sleeves.
Yes.
So for your wrists as well. Good God. Why do guys wear? I played basketball since birth, and I never had the need to wear a compression sleeve.
And so you don't laugh at these kids, really?
No, I mean, none of them
You
wear
should.
any wrist things.
Well, we got to
that-
invent them. That's why.
Yeah.
We got to invent that. That's
Let's get on it.
Okay, we're on that. All right, so they got the 2 games this weekend. Very exciting. Sweet. The 64 tournament of 64 starts this weekend.
Yep.
We will keep people posted here.
Most definitely.
What else is going on up at that college of yours?
Up at Bethany, so tonight is the second to last night of the play, Dr. Faustus. Starts at 7:30. There's tickets online. You can also just walk up to the theater before, and I'm sure they'll have some tickets available somewhere in the
Great
house.
play, but you're running right up against you filming that whole thing downtown. It's going to be a busy Friday night. And
It's very, very, there's a lot going around town.
That's good.
And then tomorrow, men's and women's cross country is in Waverly, Iowa. That is the regional meet. Also tomorrow, men's basketball is at St. Olaf,
You know,
starting
the
at
cross-country
3.
stuff. They shouldn't bus them to those places. They should have to run there.
Yeah.
Just me.
Well, the home team would have a real advantage
Really
then.
bad. You have to run 26 miles to get there. I'm just
Or to Iowa, halfway into Iowa.
All right. Just
Men's basketball, like I said, at St. Olaf starting at 3. Women's basketball is home tomorrow at Bethany starting at 5. And then the last of the play is tomorrow night at 7:30, YFAC Theater on campus.
You really want to see that play. It's supposed to be fantastic.
Yeah, I saw it last Friday. It's amazing. The lighting, the acting, everything. The whole set is 2 stories. It's huge. It's so cool. They've got a lot of cool practical effects. I won't spoil anything,
All right.
but it's well worth your time.
Get there, go see that, and then one you didn't bring up because it doesn't have Bethany. I'm going to Gustavus to watch a basketball game. I don't know who the
Yep.
other will play, and I should look it up. But
Yeah, I'm not sure they're playing
Caitlin
either.
Rorman, number 33, watcher. That's my friend. That's what
Awesome.
I watch. So anyway,
Very cool.
throwing out names. Hey, Seth, thank you very much one more time for coming in and doing your thing.
Most definitely. Thank
we will
you.
learn as we go here. I'm finding out fascinating things. This glove thing makes sense. Hey, if you're in the glove business, I'm looking right at the Facebook thing. In the glove business, give me a call. We got business. We want to do something.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? You buy those gloves, you can't use it says you can use your phone, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
most
we
of the
got to
time.
figure something else out.
Yeah, we will.
You know, those gloves that have the fingers that are gone. You know,
Fingerless gloves?
yeah, those. That's a great name for it.
That's what they're actually called.
Okay, but when I can't use those, we won't make any money. So you got to make those out of latex, or the
Latex?
not latex, whatever the sports material is.
Oh, neoprene?
Neoprene.
Yeah.
Make it out of neoprene. That's see we're building it.
We're
We're
coming
in
up
the
with
brainstorming
things.
section here, buddy. Nothing's wrong.
On the air.
All right. So some of my best ideas come up. Hey, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you for having me.
Seth Graybo, he is it. Number 1 coach for the number 1 team in the nation. That's right. We're seated number 1 in our bracket for the NCAAs, if you will, of esports action. I bet you they'll be playing Umi Pure Gold pretty loud this weekend. Hey, it's 3:45. I'm Al in the afternoon. Appreciate you joining us. We'll be back after this.